Throat, iron in the gaze, walking the line where the morality phrase. No prayer for mercy, no kneeling in mud, just the cold calculation of spirit and blood. My palm meets the granite, the obsidian edge, carving the debt, sealing the pledge. The ink is a fissure, mercury black, a voyage of power with no turning back.
I drip on the runes, the ancient design, watch the alphabet shiver, crossing the line. You're living for virtue, I'm trading the life with the weight of the void and the vision of night.
Contract is written in the marrow and pour, an unholy logic and infinite lore. I'm basalt, I'm sulfur, older than shame, a deal with the shadow that doesn't have a name. Sign the debts,
let the old gods arise,
trading the soul for the fire in the eyes.
Oh, let the shackles swing, we're making every artery and every pulse ring.
From the flesh to the force,
yeah, we alter the path and we alter the course.
It's the practice, the price, it's the power we weigh.
Forget the salvation, the world is our
I don't need a blessing, my stature is steel. The shudder of horror that the centuries feel. Siphoned through conscience, bram on the tongue. The unyielding ballad, the primordial song. My voice is the friction, the bone on the slate. A sovereign bargain with the engine of fate. I've watched all the saints wither like leaf while I tighten my grip on the ancient belief.
You're living for heaven, I'm living for death. Breathing the smoke where the leviathan slept. The scent of the ozone, the grind of the will. The old gods are hungry and I'm paying the bill. No pity for weakness, no room for the small. I'm the negotiation, the end of the call. Oh, the bargain isn't passing, it's locked in the nerve. We'll shatter the straight and we'll shatter the curve. Can you sense the ancient gears lock in your spine? Can you hear how the shadow starts to align? We don't beg, we don't ask, we don't ever obey. We are the transaction, the unmoving state.
From the black to the gray, to the white, to the red. We are the hunger that the universe fed.
The moon is burning, the power is ours.
Fact.
We are the bargain, we never stay down.
The morality was shattered. Stress in the casing, thermal shift. A force of nature that you couldn't repress. No pulse for a century, just static in the bone. Expanding through the geometry of the lock stone.
My gravity is shifting, condensing into might. A forgotten engine, igniting in the night. I'm the unstable isotope, the mercury unbound. The shudder of a continent, rising from the ground.
I evaporate the shackles, I liquid as the steel. The grind of cold cobalt against the thirst of steel. You're clinging to minutes, I'm erupted from the void. The memory you buried is the power I've employed. The permafrost is steaming with every single breath. A monarch made of tension, ignoring every death. I've watched your soft empires wither like the leaf, while I tightened every atom on this infinite belief.
Crack the cold geometry,
unleash the ancient kinetic spectrometry.
the pressure overflows the modern design.
Shattering the food bar, crossing the line.
Not a return, but a system override.
The absolute tension has nowhere to hide.
Feel the gamma snap, feel the gravity bend.
The era of forgetting has come to an end. I don't need a body, my structure is the blast. The shiver of horror that the vacuum masks.
Scything through the insulation, sulfur on the nerve, the primordial momentum that the centuries preserve.
My voice is the detonation of a frozen star, reminding every bloodline exactly who they are. I'm an outlier, a monolith, heavy and precise, the unsealing of a terror that doesn't have a price.
You're living for safety, I'm living for release, shredding every tether to obliterate the peace. The scent of the ozone, the grind of the plates, the sealed one is moving through the unlocked gates. No mercy for the blind, no room for the frail. I'm the kinetic frequency, the end of the tail. The tension isn't passing, it's becoming the new law. We'll swallow the sunlight with a tectonic jaw.
Can you sense the molecular shift in the air?
Can you hear how the molecular structure starts to tear?
We don't rise, we don't wake, we don't ever drift.
We are the upheaval, the ultimate shift. Dissolving the boundary, becoming the atmosphere.
No seal.
The vacuum inhales, the tension is all.
Become the void. Flicker in the hearth, the embers are cold. The failure of iron, the ending of gold. No fences in the meadow, just phosphorus eyes, watching the monument as the geometry dies. My
Canines are aching, sharpened on glass, waiting for the shadow of the statues to pass.
I'm the savage impetus,
The hunger unlocked in a world where the clocks have been finally shocked.
I grind through the concrete, the roots in the floor, snapping the deadbolt and breaking the door. You're clinging to logic, you're measuring rights. I'm the primal frequency of the predator knife.
The city is rotting, a carcass of steel, where the highest of kings are a fraction of meal.
I've watched all your towers strangled by vine, while I tighten my grip on the ancient design. Tear the veil of the modern line, watch the domesticated spirit die.
Forest reclaims the geometry of stone,
Crawling through the marrow,
seizing the bone.
no more masters, no more slaves.
Only the hunger that the wilderness craves.
The age of the savage has finally begun. We hunt beneath the shadow of a dying sun.
I don't need a title, my lineage is fang. The shiver of horror that the wilderness sang. Scything through the suburbs, sulfur on skin. The original fury where the shadows begin.
My voice is the friction of claw on the slate, a bloodthirsty rhythm with the engine of fate.
I'm a phantom, a tracker, heavy and vast. The shadow, the saber that's finally cast.
You're living for mercy, I'm living for sin, tearing through the walls that the centuries lend. The smell of the terror, the grind of the bone. The forest is reaping the skeletal throne.
No mercy for herds, no room for the small. I'm the apex summation, the end of the call.
Oh, the taming isn't failing, it's becoming the new prey. We'll swallow the sunlight and shred all the day.
Can you sense the adrenal surge in the dark? Can you hear how the silence ignites a spark?
We don't think, we don't plan, we don't ever delay.
We are the hunger,
The unending fray.
civilization receding, apex instinct,
Bleeding,
no more crown.
the concrete dissolves, the pack inhales. Return to the ancestral track. In the abbey, the altars are dust. The failure of dogma, the ending of trust. No mercy in the parchment, just calcified lies. Watching the monastery as the litany dies.
My shadow is heavy, flattening the spire, feeding the scriptures to the primordial fire. I'm the terminal index, the last page torn, in a silence where the new frequency is born.
I grind through the marble, the icons in the silt, drowning the lineage in the monument they built. You're clutching your rubies, you're measuring reigns. I'm the tectonic shiver in the ancestral veins.
The cathedral is bleeding, a carcass of stone, where the highest of bishops are fossil and bone. I've watched all your empires soften like shell, while I tighten my grip on the end of the tail.
Witness the collapse of the golden deceit.
Every scepter is shattered at the conqueror's feet. The architecture of power is
Dissolving to ash.
beneath the weight of the void and the ultimate crash. Not a battle of kings, but a systemic decay.
As the twilight consumes
Every color of day,
the last king kneels in the cinder and smoke.
while the new world awakes from the chains that he broke.
I don't need a gospel, my preaching is cold. The shiver of horror that the centuries hold. Sighting through cannon, sulfur on the breath. The unyielding logic of a civilized death. My voice is the fiction of iron on slate. A unilateral verdict with the engine of fate. I'm a monolith, silent, heavy and vast. A judgment of ages that's finally cast.
You're living for legacy, I'm living for void. Crushing the temples that the centuries bore. The scent of the ozone, the grind of the crown. The twilight is bringing the entirety down.
No pity for titans, no room for the frail. I'm the kinetic finish, the end of the trail. Oh, the grandeur isn't passing, it's becoming the new shade. We'll swallow the empire with an obsidian blade.
Can you sense the structural failure of the sky? Can you hear how the lineages wither and die?
We don't pray,
We don't plead, we don't ever obey. We are the aftermath, the unmoving state.
banners in the mud.
Altars liquidize,
No more kings,
the history exhales.
the ash remains.
The void is the only hair.